So, story time. About a year and a half ago, I'll just start off. Last year, in beginning of February, I was hanging out with some friends, well, people that were friends of mine at the time, and everything was going fine. And a couple days after that, I got a message from my friend at the time telling me not to write this guy because he's hers, um, saying that, like, he's basically her property. And at the time, I was really petty, and I was like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna go write him, just to piss you off. So I write him, and I'm like, hey, who are you? And why do I have to stay away from you? Why is everyone saying I already know you? Long story short, we ended up keep talking, and I really liked him. So I let him come down to my mom's house and pick me up for the night with the promise of going back the next morning. And, oh, wow, I fell for him before I even got out of the truck at his house. Fucking stupid me. I stayed the first night, and I didn't want to leave. Not at all. Everything was perfect for the first few weeks. I would come and go as I pleased, and wasn't really worried about anything because I wanted him. But I don't think the feelings were reciprocated. I think it was more of like, almost like a property. Like I was owned, not so much, I wasn't my own person. 3 or 4 months in, we started fighting pretty bad, and he would put his hands on me and choke me or rape me. Now, mind you, of course, the only things I was ever able to prove were the choking, and like what happened last year on October 10th when he bit through my lips and I needed stitches, and it broke a lot of my teeth, which is the current reason why I ain't got my teeth. Had to have every single one removed due to the excessive damage and infections that it was causing. And I kept going back to Michael. I kept going back and back and back. There's nothing that I wanted more than his approval, and I don't know why. Because, damn it, I'm a lot better when I'm independent on my own. But I wrapped my head around the idea that I would have nothing without him. He was choking me one night, beginning of August last year, and I didn't know what else to do, so I started screaming and crying, saying that I was pregnant. I thought I was lying to him. I did not think I was pregnant at all. I wasn't even thinking I could get pregnant. And he made me go to the doctor's 3 days later, and we got a test, and it turns out, holy shit, I actually was pregnant. Now, you'd think this would be enough to stop it, right? Just enough to make him be like, hey, I'm not gonna hit her anymore. She possibly has my kid inside of her. Which, I mean, hint for y'all, it ain't his, but that's fine. We broke up for about 4 weeks last year, and I went and got mine somewhere else. I ended up going back to Michael, got beat some more, left him again, went back, got beat some more. And when I had my daughter on March 20th, 2021, it seemed like everything had changed. Like, he was really happy to be with me, and he was talking about wanting to marry me, and I let him sign the birth certificate because I didn't feel like I had a choice. I mean, when the man who controls you tells you to do something, you just do it because you know in your heart it's easier than what's going to come if you don't. I mean, half the time I'd do what he said anyways, and I'd still get in trouble. You can't please someone who is like him. So, he called me after I checked out of the hospital with my daughter because CPS made us agree that we would leave separately and not be alone in the presence of my daughter Lorelai. So I went home to my mom's. Next day she had a doctor's appointment, so I drove up there and I got a call saying that I'd come get my clothing because I had nothing. When I left the hospital, I'd planned on going home with Michael, and so me going to my mom's meant I had nothing there. I was bleeding through everything I owned. I was still bleeding quite a bit from having the baby. And he told me he would not be home, and I'd come get my stuff. So I go up there, no one's there, I write him, and I did say some stuff over text, like about wanting to see him and wishing he could see the baby and everything, because, yeah, I thought I was still in love with him. So I left, once I realized I was not getting in the house because I couldn't find the key to go get my stuff. And about 20 minutes later, I got a call. Not asking me to come back, telling me to come back. Because he was there and he was going to let me in the house. So me being the dumb fuck that I am, I went back thinking this is going to be easier than not going. At least I can get my stuff and, my baby's crib and her bassinet and everything she needs to survive and be healthy. I pull back in there, and he's got CPS waiting there for me. So what do? I put it in reverse and I tried to leave. I did not know what else to do. I was scared. I knew right then and there I was fucked. I was going to lose my baby because I made a choice to believe a man that I had no right to believe. I mean, the audacity that I had to believe anything he was saying to me at that point. So, I've been fighting to get my daughter back now for the last 5 months. I have completed my court orders. I have finished my St. Joe's rehabilitation groups for my medical marijuana addiction, even though I have a medical card. My mental health is almost done, which I'm pretty happy about that. I now have 2 full-time jobs, and I'm moving out on my own. And my life's gotten pretty fucking successful. I mean, I'm getting my teeth fixed. It's really the only thing I got left. One day I can look in the mirror and not see what he did anymore. So I don't have to remember it. And later on today will be coming another video of me having a ceremonial burning. My therapist suggested that it might be good to grab all the clothes that are blood-stained and ripped and shredded or anything that was bought for me as a gift from anyone who hurt me, and just lighting them on fire. Covering it in gasoline and lighting it on fire. So later on there'll be a video coming for that. I just hope it gives me the peace that I need, because Lord knows I need something. I have been clean for over a year now, which is, for me, it's amazing. It's a huge deal. Even for the people that don't like me, you can't doubt my success. I mean, I'm moving along, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and more. I haven't failed a drug test in well over a year. I mean, life is getting better. And I'll have my daughter back soon. I know I will. I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. They got no reason to keep her from me anymore. Not to mention, me making a bad decision about being in a relationship really shouldn't have been enough to take her away. I mean, God, had that lady looked at me just once and said, drag your ass, get out of here, never come back, I would have been so gone, so quickly. And I only get to see my daughter one day a week, on Thursdays, for an hour or two, depending on if he's going to show up or not. I'm fighting hard to get paternity court going to prove that he is not the father, to at least get him removed off the birth certificate, and I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to succeed. I mean, I'm not a fortune teller, and I can't see the future, but in my heart, I know that I'm going to do this. And I know I'm going to get her back, because she is everything to me. She is my world, my sunflower. I am wrapped around her tiny little finger for the rest of her life, and I will get her back. Thank you guys for listening to my story time and listening to me rant. Probably be posting more.